that's starting up. Apparently I'm live. That's cool. I'm gonna kill my computer with the little bit of memory I have. People wanted to see some of my development, so I'm doing this. Once I get all this working, I'll actually get into it. I'm just trying to share the links. Share the links to everyone. So if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat and I will streaming day 2023 development. Yeah. One last person and then I think we will be good. There we go. Okay. I'm just gonna minimize that and hopefully that'll be good. Oh wait, just gotta copy this. That's interesting. I don't know why it's like that, but go down here, go to GMTK, and post it in the GMTK chat because why the world I know. Sorry. I'm a mess. There we go. Cool. Everything is everywhere. Like shortening my name. Oh, I bet it's because I'm streaming. Does it shorten my name while I'm streaming? That's weird. That's super weird that it's like shortening my name while I'm streaming. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so yep, it's shortening my name because I'm streaming. So like if I go here, I'm just S. But I bet if I disable it, yep. Cool. Interesting fun facts of the day. Okay, now that we're in, let's go through this. So I spent all yesterday coming up with an idea. Great use of time. And now I have my idea. So the idea is I'm gonna drop this little pointer guy somewhere in the ward, okay? And he's going to act as our invisible hunter. And then it's gonna have this decal, which is gonna aim at our deer object. Okay? I don't know why the decal flashes on and off for me, but it's gonna aim at our decal object, and if it finds it, it's gonna shoot it. The player is going to be our deer object, and is going to try to avoid being shot. And yeah, that's pretty much the roles reverse. So, objectives today. Actually, I could make that into a little text file. Guys, do things to make it look good. I could become a professional YouTuber, maybe. To text. Yep. Okay. So, we'll figure out how to get all this working exactly how I want, but to do honeydews. We want a way to keep the target at the deer, but not on it. Okay. we need to create player movement. We need to create aim or target movement. Time out to shoot when target is on player. What other things do we need to do? Hello. We need to create the environment still. Environment. And we're just start there because right now I see that the text is all over the screen. So let me go adjust that real quick. That down, try to put it in like this corner right here. Okay. That is becoming unreadable. Is there a way to do word wrap? Line centered, line top, gradient. No, it doesn't look like it is. We're just gonna have to manually do word wrap. Go. Yep, player. Player is the other one. And target. Do. And we're just shove that in this corner right here where nothing's important ever being shown. There we go. Cool. Now we have our to do. So, got the deer, got the aim. What I'm thinking is if we can draw an invisible plane between the hunter's position and the deer that's always going to be on the deer's location, then we could start having this guy, I move it across the X, start having this guy kind of move along this way to aim for the deer. The decal is all messed up, but we'll worry about that later. So we can't move it back or forth. Yeah. And I think that would work. Now the question is how? Because right now I'm in the simplest solution in the sense that theoretically this X will be on, like, in this case 0.93 and it will always be on 0.93. So that's the simplest solution. But as soon as I grab hunter's position and position it somewhere like here, now the X isn't aligned anymore. Because it's rotating the aim constraint is rotating the object, but not the positional data. So I need to do something with the positional data and the rotation data to get the exact location I want. Right? Okay, let's lock this and just prove that statement is a true statement before I do anything. Yeah, I need to somehow get rotational data, give me a positional value. Or I cheat it. I kind of want to cheat it. I think cheating will be better. The cheating way is I make a, just call it a cuboid, or copy the position for now, and we'll just paste that position right here. Okay. We shrink the cuboid down to that works, but I need to go shrink it down so that it's just big enough for that. And then we enlarge this to be our, like, target availability area. Now we'll put it a little underground. And then the goal is to lock this guy inside this guy. So that if the position moves outside the bounds of this guy, then we lock it back in and we call it a day. And then we can just add forces to the other one and all that. All that sounds great, except the script is going to be not as easy as we were hoping. I think the script's going to be on this guy, because he's going to be the one moving. And we wait for Unity to catch up. How's everyone's day going? Aim, lock. For now, we'll call it something stupid and we'll improve it better if we need it. Always start with the most not general. Always start with a very specific thing, then move general as needed. A lot of people will try to start with like a general solution at the very beginning, and it can be tough to think of every edge case, especially in the short time period we have. Okay, can I open this script? My script is not open. But yeah, so that's the idea, is we just put that lockbox and then we just have the lockbox also have a look at or aim at. We have it aim at the target or aim at the hunter. That will always have the lockbox rotated towards the hunter. And then we have the target just move within. Which means we could possibly remove the aim constraint on the target. No, we can't. Because if we remove that, then the target would not necessarily be angled in the right direction. Either or, that's not the end of the world. Waiting for VS Code to boot up. And I do realize I have one problem, and I don't know a great solution to it, because I think it's a Unity bug. Decals project past the object, so if you have a decal and you have multiple objects in that path of the decal, it will reprint that decal multiple times on every object. And that's not really what we're aiming for. Okay, waiting for Unity to play its sweet, sweet games. Why did I choose Unity? There's quicker, easier game engines. I wanted to get some practice. Yeah, that's one thing I advise people in game jams is don't necessarily go with what you know. Have fun with it. Go with things that you enjoy. And then also try to find ways to get practice. Okay, everything is dying. Let me see if I can free up some memory on my computer. I don't need this open anymore. That give things time to actually do things. I guess I could do all of this right now. Actually, well, okay, we'll watch this as it's a little bit more moving and entertaining. Okay, looks like it's done. So, a great example is if I grab this, and we're just going to quickly pretend to move this forward, and I'll show you. So, there it is. Well, there we go. So, as you can see, it hits this, it hits the ball, it hits what's after the ball, which isn't bad. Are you used to game jams? I've done 3 of GMTKs. I've done 1 part of the RPG Maker community. So I've done 4 so far. I've done a couple hackathons, so I'm used to the pressure. This one, I did a very bad idea at the very beginning, and I did a really cool idea, just not one that I could do in 48 hours. So hopefully they answer your question. I have some experience, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert in any fashion or form. Okay. So we got solutions here. Now we got the code up. Yep, okay. There's my shooting code. And we're gonna grab the aim code, or the aim box code. I don't actually need to open that, I just open the code. Why, computer? My computer just not liking me today, I don't know why. Okay, we don't need any of that. Okay. So, rough code. We're going to do some rough pseudocode so that we know where we're heading. Okay. We need to get the bounds of this box. That's a get. Then we need to actually the bounds of not this box, because this is the aim thing. The bounds of the target or the aim lock box. That's not going to confuse me at all, so let's put cube. There we go. We need to get the bounds of that, because that's going to tell us where we're going to be able to position ourselves. Randomly apply force to this object. Check to see if this object is still within the bounds. And if not, reposition it to the closest edge with some tolerance. Okay, so I think that's gonna be the basics. So let's start there. First things first is we need a serialized object. Or serialized field, sorry. It's going to be a game object. We are going to call it the aim lock box. And that's all we need for that. Did I do something wrong? Oh yeah, I need to tell it it's private. Not have my insert on. Private. There you go. Why are you yelling at me? Oh. Don't get why you're yelling at. Oh, because it's the same name. We'll just call it lockbox then. There you go. Cool. So there's our lockbox, and then we need to do a start now because we'll be able to set it in the inspector. So we actually just need a update. We're gonna apply a random force and all that. So first things first, let me save this script so that we can go into Unity, actually set it, and then once we set it, we can actually start playing around with some code. So crosshair projector, lockbox, you. Good enough. Okay. And let me save that so that it's not gonna hiccup or anything. Okay, now that we got that, let's see if we can do a print. I'm outside the area I want to be in. There we go. Print cube. Oopsie. Lockbox. Bounds. Nope. Transform.bound. Nope. Transform.position.bounds. Nope. Okay, I'm lost where I'm trying to get to. The internet will help me. The internet always helps me. Okay. Get bounds of game object. Collider. Okay, so we need to get the collider. Renderer bounds. Oh, renderer bounds might be easier. Get component, get the renderer. Then all dot bounds. Bounds dot center. Yeah, we'll try that. Try that little bit of code right there. Okay, so it's gonna actually be easier. Oh, actually, or just yank 90% of this code right off the internet. Don't tell anyone. Is my computer telling me it is slow? Okay, we're gonna paste this. There we go. Beautiful. Don't really care about the comments. Get object. This is going to be of the lockbox. Oh my gosh, come on, computer. Don't die on me. Get component. Period. There we go. Render or return in null. Get the bounds. Do a matrix identity. Do a color. Bounds. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks good. Okay. So let's save. Let's turn off the what's the thing? Turn off the cube. Make it where, oh, actually it's already showing that it's working. You didn't have to turn off the mesh collider or anything, but well, was working. Oh, because I'm selecting. Yeah, select there. There you go. So there. So it is working. It can find it in the bounds. Perfect. So we're already halfway there. So I want to know what these bounds are. So let me do. Sorry, I'm not used to working one screen. Print all.bounds. I just want to know what the features and limitations we have, and that is. I don't care about opening. Save. Let it refresh, and then we see what we have in there. Okay, so we have a lot of messages. So we have basically where the center is, which matches roughly where that is, and where the extents are. So I imagine, let's create a cube, or let's create a test object, just to verify some stuff. We'll call this test, or shrink this down to 0.1, and then we will position it just to, wish I could get this to always show. Like that it's on off. But either way, we'll get it to be negative 84. 0.84. That's the back. And then we want to add 17 to that. 0. So that in theory should be on our front. And then we want 1.30. And we want to add 3.66 to that. That theoretically should be on our front top, and then we want to do negative 0.03. We want to add 5.55 to that, and that should be in the corner. And now if we keep an eye on that little dot and go back to here, that little dot is right on the corner. So we are good. That idea works. Awesome. Okay. Now that idea, woo, interception. There we go. Now that idea works, we can start going into some of our code here. So we will have to get the bounds constantly, because the bounds will always be moving, because it's going to be rotating in respect to everything. We should test that out too. So if we grab this sort of cube idea and we want to basically copy this component, shove it on this one. So now it's kind of odd shape, but that's fine. We'll fix it in post. Does the boundary box move? It does, but it's wider, and we don't want it to be wider. So that's problematic. Does it really matter though? It shouldn't. Brain rate work. Okay, so if we could just get this to be where we want it to be. Weight to be 1. Let's see if that will provide. Like this. It did not move at all. So 1. Nope, that is not what we want. 1. Here. That's better. More close to what we want. On here. Okay, so we want probably 0.01 on all of these. Still playing around with how this works. I've never used this before. So I'm still kind of sorting out how all of it works. Okay. And does that... No, I do not want that. That is a definite no. Okay, so boundary box is not actually doing what we want it to do. That sucks. Okay. I need to get the actual slider. Looks like it's doing what we want it to do. Let's see. What if we get the collider? Get boundary or get collider. Game object dot collide. Okay. So instead of doing this, let's do collide. Oh. That is not that. That how do I do this? Just get object collider. Let's say get the collider, and then try bound and try to do bounds. If that gives better bound, so now be all dot bounds. Everything else should theoretically work the same still. Okay. Wait for that script to load up. And crosshair blue. Oh, because it has no extent. It's not about me at all. I just want the green. Oh, it's because I don't have box glider on. Now that I have a box glider on. Yep, there you go. How do it draw the green lines? Does Unity draw green lines? Unity check if object hide. Okay.
Meet Grammarly Go.
Today, I'll teach you how to check if a point is inside any collider. I know there are some other ways to do it, but this one is very simple. To visualize it, I created these two game objects. A cube and a capsule. Both of them have a collider component. First of all, let me create the empty, from which we want to know if it is inside a collider. Now we set its position to 0, 0, 0 and its name to point. Then we can add a script to it. I'll name it check inside collider. In Visual Studio, we have to get rid of this default code. Now we create an update function. In this example, I will run it every frame, but you can use this check at every other point of your code as well. We define an array of colliders and name it hit colliders. It will contain every collider the position is in. To get these, we use physics.overlap sphere and add following arguments: transform.position and 0. If you just want to know if your point is inside any collider, use the following if statement. It will print inside collider to the console whenever the position is inside any collider.
Okay. Try that.
Statement.
Because I think that will be easier than me writing my own.
Inside collider to the console whenever the position is inside any collider.
Okay. So, and then I can specify, I think, the collider name, I believe. So let's try that. Instead of all this mess, let's try to do. So Lockbox has a collider, which we actually need. I wonder, can I just set the collider here? And we'll just call it collider just so that, okay. So then on update we go collider hit colliders equals physics dot overlap box. See the better one? Transform dot position. Ah, okay. So no, we want speed. And then we want a depth of, there we go. If hit collider greater than 0, then we know we're still good. Oops. Good. Else, bad. Okay, and then we need to check to see if the hit and colliders include this should be a list. Why does my list not have? Is it because arrays don't have that? That's Okay, we'll go with that. That's interesting. So we'll deal with that later. For now. So for now, we go, hey, is the hit colliders greater than 0? Oh, sorry. Dot line. There we go. And if so, we're inside. Otherwise, we're outside. So we're going to go print inside. And then a print outside. Okay, let me save that. Go off here. Play. Because now we actually have to have runtime. Okay, so now we're inside, everything's inside. If I move this around, it doesn't mess with the inside portion, which that's good because this will always be in. And if I move the crosshair around, it should be outside. Yeah, I should be outside. Why does it say I'm inside still? Do I not have a collider on it? That's why. Yep. Collider? No, it still says I'm inside. What? I'm inside. Position is right here. Right outside of it. Cube's here. The position's here. He should not be inside. Something's broken somewhere. Brain, brain, brain. We'll have it also print. Oh no, I know what's wrong. I'm inside the collider I'm in. Okay. I need to figure out how to check to see if an object is array. Check if object in array yeah, that's what I didn't want to do. Dang it, I don't like that at all. Yep, okay, so it's saying loop through the entirety of everything. Inventory dot, but that's using not this. That's using, well, maybe. Let's try that. If I do that, then I go if hit colliders contains, there we go, that's what I needed. And then we go lockbox collider. Then we know we're print side, print not in lockbox. Okay, save that. Go here. Cool. I think we got a game plan, which is good. Good to have game plans. Okay, let's not pause it. Hit play. See where we get, where we go, how we do this. Okay, it's not in lockbox because it's not in the lock. It should be in lockbox. It should be. It should be. I'm just trying to get it where I can see. Nope. Okay, so that's somewhat problematic. But if we were to move this back a little bit, um, I'm gonna collapse this. There you go. Okay. You know what? I should be able to just grab, copy the position, paste the. Now it should definitely be in the lock. Oh, whoopsie. Did I just? I put the hunter in that position. I should. Now it definitely should be in the lockbox, but it's saying it's not. Why? Oh why is it not in the lockbox? Okay. Um. Gross. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. Um. Okay. It is, for whatever reason, definitely not wanting. Is it because it has to contain the entirety of it? No. Hmm. Transform dot position. This transforms dot position. And it's telling me this transform dot position is not contained within this. That is bonkers. Let's do 0.0. Just to give it, maybe it just needs a little depth. Bonkers. But once we get this sorted out, it will be far easier. Don't get it. I don't get it. That's 100%. Okay, but we're gonna move that down. Okay, so let's copy that and paste it here. I don't get why it's not working. No, that's fine. That needs to go. Okay, I'm completely stumped. It should be within the lockbox right here. It's literally at the same position. It should be within the contain. But it's not. It keeps saying that it's not even with the lockbox. Unless I'm an idiot. We're gonna solve it. We're gonna solve it. We're gonna solve it. Okay, there's the lockbox. Grab this. Drop the lockbox in here. Let's see if it works now. Okay, it's not in the lockbox, but that's fine because I'm still positioning things. Okay, drop that down here. Okay, we need to grab lockbox position, grab the crosshair, case. Yes, we're inside. Woo! I am an idiot. Man, I would have debugged for hours on that. Okay, cool. We're gonna position these differently. So cool. We now can tell if we're inside the lockbox, if we're not inside it, and if we're just bad. I don't think this will ever happen. So we're just gonna create a nice little debug error message. Log error. And this is going to say the aim collider does not contain the point of the aim transform. Those aren't the right terms. It's called crosshair projection. Just putting better terms out there. This should never happen because what that means is this little transform decal thing that's actually drawing the decal. Somehow my little green box does not contain the point in which it is rendered from. That would be a problem. We should log it as an error. But other than that, we're good. Okay. So we are getting there. This is a lot better implementation. Okay. Now what do we need to do? We need to, if it's inside the collider, that's fine. We can apply a force. So apply force. If it's outside the collider, this is no longer good. This is reset to last, or how do we want to, we need a reset to boundary of the lock box collider, which is going to be a lot harder than it sounds. And this is fine. That's good. So we're good there. Hello, Xbox. Goodbye, Xbox. Okay. So let's start trying to apply some random forces. Google random force on game object Unity. Add force in a random direction with a set speed. That sounds fine enough. Let's see what they say. Add relative random on unit sphere. I don't know what unit sphere is. This is where it's like, oh, this is everything I needed. Return a random point on the surface of a sphere radius 1 of 0. Okay, that's fine. Times the speed. Yep, that looks like that would be fine. So let's go with that. So we just go this is the crosshair, so it's going to have a rigid body built in. We're going to do add there's a relative force random on unit sphere times speed. Speed's a float. We're going to make it a serializable so we can kind of get it programmed a little bit. Private float go that off. Unity to catch up on us. Hey bro, how are you doing? Also working on a game jam. Good luck. Can you quickly show me your game? Yes. Game. It's in its very early prototype. I spent like a day or like 7 hours or so working a different idea, and it was horrible. This is a very rough prototype, but it's not the worst. I'm fine with it. So let's adjust the speed. Let's go with something really low for right now. So this should start moving the crosshair projectile, and it's not. Or at least it doesn't look like it is. It has a rigid body. Curious on why it's not. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, it could be. Okay. um. Better than nothing, I guess. But it doesn't. It's not very random, and that's because it's outside the collider now. That's fine. Oh, that's why it didn't start in the collider. Let's adjust that and fix that. We want to actually grab this, paste it here. There we go. Now it's going to start in the collider and it will actually move at the very beginning at a very slow but consistent pace. And the projection isn't hitting anything right now, which that's fine. We'll adjust that. The question is it moving? And it is. Just a really, really slow. Let's make that a little bit faster, a little bit faster. Make it 1. 4 and 5. I think 5 was good enough. Yeah, 5 looks like it's good enough. That looks like a decent speed. So now we just need to keep it inside the box. So, for Rabbit, the quick and easy answer is it's a hunting game, but you play as the deer. And you're not supposed to get shot. Okay, so now we just need to get it back into the box when it's out. Okay, we agreed 5 was the best answer. Now it's what? It's inside and outside the box. That should not happen. It should not be both inside and outside. Oh, because it's no longer an out. How do we want to do this? We need a couple of out statements. Actually, we only need 1. Sorry for doing code without you guys seeing, but the super simple fix. I'll glance it up at you. Okay, so basically, I didn't have an out statement here, so it was constantly doing that. Now I have an out statement, so now it will actually behave correctly. In theory, we should be able to get away with possibly not having an out statement, but for right now, we'll have it there. Right now, we're gonna do bad, and then hopefully I'll have enough time to go back in and fix it. So we're gonna do get component dot transform transform dot position, and we're actually gonna need the game object. Damn, that means we're gonna need to get a game object, which means we're gonna need a start function. Because we're going to need to have 2 private internals, private collider, lockbox, So this is the lockbox. This is going to be the lockbox collider. And then we need a private transform. Actually, do position. No. We could do a vector 3 though. Vector 3. Lockbox. Actually, that one's going to constantly updating. Collider is going to be constantly updating too. But I don't think we need to get a new collider. We just need a reference. So we can just do lockbox dot get component. Oop. Collider. And we'll say lockbox. Collider equals lockbox collider if lockbox collider equals all. Then we need a debug log error. Lockbox object had no collider attached to it. There we go. So that guarantees us that. That gets us our collider. We don't need to change any of this code because we are instantiating it. And now we have a lockbox game object. So we can now actually do transform.position. I don't know why it's showing me. Transform can't be found. Okay, give me the game object dot transform dot position. Happy? And we're gonna say that is equal to the lockbox dot transform dot position. That is gonna be our quick and dirty solution right now for recentering it. Okay, now with all that code working, I think I'm gonna have to drag the box back in, but that should be fine. Yep, I'm gonna have to go. Boop. So now with all that code working, we can watch the magic happen. So, yep, that looks good. Okay. I want to enlarge this projectile a bit. Or actually, I have this offset. Because right now it's not attached to anything other than the end. It really needs to be attached to the geo placeholder. Needs to really be on the geo placeholder. Can't adjust that. That's good. And then if that's on the geo placeholder, then if we can, I could somehow move the pivot of the, I can do, that is, I don't know why that's not doing what I think it was going to do. That's, that's, that is the correct way. We just want it like that. So we'll do 2.5, and then the box collider needs 0.5 plus. Oh, that's the length. This needs 5. There we go. That I think looks better. Okay, it is better. Not great, but better. Oh, could we even do more? Maybe. Who knows? Find out next time on Code Doesn't Work Right. Okay. It's getting there. It's slightly better, but it still, I think, is trying to move. So if I go to the crosshair, yeah, it's trying to. Is trying to something. Something. It's weird that it's saying it's inside. Because the pivot point should definitely be outside all the time now. But it looks like it's behaving, which is weird. Because, oopsie, that is definitely not what I wanted to do. There you go. Oop. Um, why? Why did that suddenly just start working more of how I wanted it? I have no clue. Yeah, so I still am not getting exactly what I want because that one's not too bad. Because it's not moving on the local left, right, up, down. It's just moving in a sphere, which means sometimes it's just pushing further back, which I don't really want it to move in a sphere. I want it to kind of move in a left, right, up, down kind of perspective. Let's see. Do we have a random dot? Random dot. Inside sphere, inside circle. I think inside circle is actually what we want. Yeah, let's try inside circle. See how bad that breaks everything. Okay, let's see. Okay, so far so good. This is the area I'm looking at down here. It is better. It's not perfect, but it is better, I think. it is better. Right now, we'll keep it. We'll worry about it later. If I can get it better later, that'd be nice. Okay. Plus, I think if I enlarge this cube slightly, um, give it some extra room to explore. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. Why is it? Because the crosshair is all the way down there. So I think I just need to make the crosshair just in general bigger. Because I think this is a little too close for comfort. But okay. So let's do two things. Let's make this just generally bigger. And then let's make the crosshair projection. Woo! Generally bigger. That's that, and then I need to figure out how to do that. I don't know. Nope. Try and make this 10. Does mean that you can be hit slightly. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, see if that gets us a better view of everything. Okay, I don't like how it's getting cut off so early. I think that's because this guy is somewhat um for this one somewhat too um because this guy is somewhat too. So if we just go Ingress, I hate it. Three back, move it up. Then everything should be good. Ow. I like that. That's a lot better. I don't like how it keeps centering, but we're getting there. Time, guys, time. So I want this to always be somewhat around here. So let me move the hunter's position now. Move it over here. And see where the cube is. Okay. So cube is still not perfect. So I don't think moving this that way was the right idea. And it seems like it doesn't update accurately enough. No problems. Nothing but problems here. I think I could do. I could get away if I go in here and go get component. Sorry guys, one more sneeze. Okay. Now that that sneeze is over, let's take this out. Because we can do better. We can do better, guys. We can do a simple RB equals C, RB equals a private RB. There you go. Equals and we do a if RB equals null. Go. And we can replace all of these with RB. And I can check out this. Okay, so we can go RB closest point on bounds to the bounding box of the attached collider. That's cool. I don't think I can do that. Hi, Jay. Let's see. Can I reset boundary box or rigid body force? Clear rigid body. You can freeze the position if it reaches a certain point. Like you can check to see. Sorry, let me move this over. You can guys can. You also can check the value of the velocity and make the object heavier by adding mass, as long as the velocity of the rigid body is not zero. Basically, make the object heavier if it's moving until it can't be pushed. Could be dangerous if you want to apply new forces to a rigid body later. Could do dampening rate. Okay, so it looks like we got a couple ideas. I personally kind of like the rigid body constraints, so we're gonna try that. Constraints equals rigid body constraints dot freeze all, and then RB constraints dot equals rigid body constraints unfreeze all. None. So let's have it where we set it to none at the very beginning, and then if it is hit the lockbox, we freeze it, and then we set and go again. Let's save that, see what we got, how we got this. One second, guys. Code continues. Okay. And now that we got that all working, let's hit play and see what happens. Now, in theory, the target's gonna be off. It's gonna move onto the target. Oopsie. It shouldn't be off. That is this code still being bad. Which I don't like because it means it's gonna always be on target, but for right now, let's go with that. So it's gonna be on target, it's gonna start moving it outside. Keeps moving it up. With bad hunter, bad aim. Then it resets it and it starts it again. Not bad. It's a little processor intensive. I'm gonna see if I can clean that up. But the aim is working. Mostly. So let's play around with that, get that working a little bit better, and then we can count that as a win. The AI aspect of it still needs to be coded up, but that's not the end of the world. So let's clean up this code a little bit. The issue is we always reset it to none. We should do a quick check to see, if rigid body RB constraints equals rigid body constraints of freeze all. If it does, then we should set it to none. That's just to clean it up. It's going to be quicker to get through that if statement than to have to hit it every time. So there's some good things. I think we can consider this done. I'm going to remove my print statements, comments, clean up the code a little bit. Okay, so this is our get lockbox collider. This is getting our rigid body for this object. This is resetting the constraints on the rigid body if it was frozen. This is verifying that there are colliders. verifying that that one collider is the lockbox. That's adding a force. Unit circle seems to move left and right better. Out the outside lockbox currently reset to center and freeze movement. Okay, so there's some comments. Always comment your code. Okay, see if we got everything done here. We got the bounds of that. That took a little while. We got randomly applying a force. Yes. Check to see if it's still within the bounds. Yes. If not, position it to the closest edge. That we didn't do. I'm going to keep that there. We're going to save that and we're going to call that that. Let me go to OBS real quick and just clean up that little bit thing. Okay, so we have actually gotten something off our to-do list. That's nice. It's always good to do. Always keep the target on the deal, but not on it. So we somewhat got that. So the target will the cube off. No, the cube is not off. The target off. I don't know. So the target will always be on the deer now, almost. But if we move the hunter position around, the target moves with the hunter's position. So that looks good to me. It looks like it's doing it right. So that's all good. Taking that off. Create player movement, create target movement. We technically created target movement. Timeout, shoot, and environment. Okay, so let's create some player movement real quick. Which means let's grab a player. Okay. And I'm gonna just move this down so it's always in like the little bottom right corner. Yeah. Oh, stretch. Okay. Where is the crosshair? Just floating off in the distance. He's just floating off in the distance. Now it recenters. I don't like that little bit, but it's a game. It's a game. Okay, so that is good. Let's look at what we need to get done. Let's view our deal. So I need to go to my package manager. My assets. We need to look up and we want this one. The only thing we really need is the deer and the shape keys. Yes, want those. Scripts. Oh, we can have this. Shaders. Yeah, we'll take the shaders. Animations. Yep, we'll take animations. We'll take the demo. take the materials, take the models, take the prefabs. Yeah, we'll just take everything. Ah, dang it. I should have done that. Because I'm also managing this in Git. I should have made a breakpoint between the two. Luckily, I can somewhat easily adjust. So, this is what I'm looking at and why I'm like, I should have done that. So, everything with Quirky Series Ultimate needs to be unchecked right now. Exclude select. Because we only want to see what we changed so far. So, got lock, box, and aiming working. So we're going to commit that. And then we import all of these. Imported the Quirky Series Ultimate package. And the reason why we do this is so that if anything ever happens, we always can go back and resolve ourselves. Okay, as that works, let's see what we got. Errors! Lovely! Actually, that's not the end. Okay, so that's going to resolve itself. Let's go into this quirky package. Let's go into the demo. And I just want to open up the demo so we can see what we got and how we want to play. Okay, and this is why I open up the demo. It looks like we have pink. Pink and pink for as long as the eyes can see. The gecko, the materials seem to be loaded. That's good. Weird that all those materials. Um. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So we just need to resolve this pink that tab. Which I remember how to do this back in the day, but oh, it's because it's under texture. No. How do we resolve the pink? This to be materials. Yes. Materials. We want to go to edit, rendering, materials. Does not support soft shader. I have done this a while back. I do not recall what I had to do. Nope. Hey, we got something. That's better than nothing, but not what we wanted. Oh, oh, it's blue. Oh, yes, got it. Woo. Okay. I don't know what demo plane. Uh, Shootergraph. Okay. Then I want the canvas, instruction text, X, drop down. It has no options because it autofills the options on play. Hopefully, yep, it autofills the options. We're gonna go with on here. That's a good pairing. Uh, oh, there you go. Okay, so we want that. We're gonna have it walking, we have a swimming, we have a spin, a splash, we have it sitting, we have it running, we have it rolling, jumping, either C, either B, either A, hitting, flying, fear, eating, death, clicking, bouncing, attacking. And we have all sorts of little eye things. So we can now start working on this guy. Okay, so we want that's okay. Okay, let's see what we got and how we want to do this. Okay, let's go back to our scene. And let's just drag Funda in for right now. There we go. Beautiful. Um, awesome. Let's set it to 0, 0, go. I don't want to scale it up, but I think it actually wouldn't be that bad. It looks like they set up the model correct. Briggs is at the bottom. Okay. They made the rigid body. They made the various LEDs correct. All that looks good. But we should be able to actually take all this and set it in our gear placeholder and have no real issue. So let's just do that. Boom. You are now go, go, go. But I actually have this off. Your placeholder is off, but that's fine because you can now be 0. 0. I don't need a mesh renderer now. I don't think I need the collider. Collider can actually be 0.5 though. Might adjust it and get it a little bit different shape, but for right now, that's fine. If that works. That's a big crosshair over that deal. Okay, so let's try to adjust the crosshair a little bit. I don't know why it's all the way up there or anything like that, but hey, fine. Um, hmm. I need to down, but not be interesting. No, that's not what I want. I want to link them, but not be adjusting object. There you go. Okay, so we want to make it a little bit small in all directions. Stay out here like that. Good. Let's. Okay. Now let's hit play. See where we get. Okay. Animation needs to be fixed, but hey, the gear's there. Let's see how bad this. Okay, kind of missed the deer entirely there. Waiting for it to reset. Apparently not wanting to reset anymore. Yep, there you go. Okay, the reset is a little low. Let's adjust that read. So this cube needs to move up slightly. I don't think it'll have too big of an issue, so we can just 0.5 it. That will be fine. Let's see. It's still a huge crosshair. But that's not bad. That gives you a lot of ample warning. I think it's due to the proximity. Really. I don't think there's much I can do on that end. So that's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, let's get so I need to write some code to move it between these states how I want. And I need to set the default state to there we go. So now instead of bouncing around, it's gonna just stand still. Then I just need to start writing the controller for it. Yep. That's fine. Just barely missed it. Okay, good. So now the fun part. Writing a little controller for it. Then writing a camera controller. This is gonna be great. Great fun. Who thought this was a good idea? Dang it. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Where do we got it? How do we get it? My OBS there. Okay, so the next objective is to create the player movement. Okay, so we already got a shoot script. I could put the shoot script as well. That's not great practice. So I'm going to go in here and add a. We're just gonna do our general player movement script. And I'm certain I could find one, but I feel like I could write one fast or better, more likely. You know what? I'm gonna guess myself. I think we're going to grab the default assets and see about using the third person camera and third person movement. Even though it's not going to be exactly what we need, it might be better, easier for us. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So instead of writing on player movement, we're gonna grab some more resources randomly and see what we can get. Third. We don't need wall running. RPG Maker. Or not RPG Maker, RPG camera controller. Third person. I think third person starter assets should be enough for us. I don't think I'm out of date, so I can just import this. And we'll see where that takes us. Because all I really need to do is get left-right movement. I am out of date. Okay. All I really need to do is get left-right, up-down movement working. I need to get the camera so it follows the player correctly. And that should be it, hopefully. And then player movement will be done. Still need to add an end goal, a start goal, all that, but we're getting there. That will be after the environment's coded up. It's hard to believe I have like only an hour or only a day left. And I don't know if I'll get this. Get our daily update on where it is. Yep. 1 day, 2 hours. 1 day, 3 hours roughly. Let's see what we can do. And it's taking a good long while to resolve this package. Okay, as it finishes up compiling the scripts and stuff, because once we get the deal movement working right, then it's just the environment, I think. Oh yeah, timeout target. Timeout target's gonna be easy script. It requires a little bit on the AI portion that we have to write still. But basically, when the target hits the deal, we're gonna do a countdown of like, it uses the new import system, but the native platform backends new input. Not able. Do you want to enable the backend? Think I do. We're gonna restart the editor and see what happens. So, new import system, which is good because we need to add that still. All the little things to make things work. Uh, Dave? Unity has lost its mind. Okay, so once the starter package gets installed and stuff, then we will do it all. Unity's done lost its mind. It's trying to do everything. Okay, wait for that. Okay. Is Unity starting itself back up? I don't think so. Okay. Manually start it up ourselves. It's on the other window. It's starting up. Right, I can drag this over. Guys, something to watch. It looks like the okay. I okay. It's trying to do something. Unity is lost its mind. Look at it. It's even restarting the Unity hub. It's completely confused. I've killed it. But how is everyone doing? If you're doing the game jam, how's your game going? If you're not doing the game jam, how are you doing in general? I'm not doing too bad myself. Been streaming for about 2 hours now. Okay. Uh, Game better at Unity? I don't think I'm at game jam level yet. I am game better. I did kind of waste a day trying to work on one idea, even though this idea is more game jam level. I am stressing myself out by doing 3D instead of 2D, but I have a lot more 3D assets than I have 2D assets. Finally up. It's opening. Still doing stuff. You'll get there. Hey! Hey! Look at it! It's everywhere! Okay. And then we needed to get the third-party controller pack for it. I thought we did this. Okay, cool. Awesome. We're just import it all for now. I think I only really need the script, but I want to make sure everything's working how we want it to be before I grab the script. And then in theory, the game will start looking like it's pieced together. Now, I would love to, I don't know if we'll get there or how I'm going to do it, but I would love to get it where the player knows where to go kind of natively, but we'll see. Okay, so that's that. Go back to scene, go to starter, read the license. I want, I'm so sorry. What is that? HTTPS //unity 3d.com / Weaver / slice unity underscore or license. That doesn't look like that is found anywhere. Ooh. That literally tanked my Chrome browser. That's not a good sign. See how bad my stuff is. Am I about to destroy my computer? I think I am. Yeah, I am using 100% of my CPU. Doing OBS, Unity Editor, Visual Studios. They're taking 90% of it. Okay. Go CPU, go. CPU, don't die on me yet. Let's turn off some things I'm not, even though it's not going to get a lot of help. might be enough to save me possibly a blue screen. So I typed in 3D.com, legal licenses, E underscore companion. Maybe I need to do capitalization. Companion. Yep, there's capitalization. Okay. Let's quickly read through this. For charge, royalty free, copyright, as long as you're connected to the engine, no modifying the license. You own your own content, Unity own its content, the right to drive fork, trademarks, third party, disclaimer, use acceptance, you're allowed to use it. License may be above, okay. Durability, government by law. I don't see anything particularly talking about disclosure of location or anything like that, so we're good there. Am I still streaming? I am still streaming. Yay! My keyboard is deciding to be fancy. Yep. Okay, so let's open up the scene. Go into the playground. Everything's blue. There you go. Time to render everything, and then we'll quickly do a run through the game and see if this is what we need. Well, I think this will do. I think it's using the new controller system, so I believe I can grab a controller and work the same way. Has a nice like following camera, so the camera gets pushed. I think that this will do. Particularly like the jump, but luckily jumping is not really need. That would. Okay. Let's get out of this. Grab us some scripts and start playing around with it. Let's see input. That's that. I don't care about those. I want the mapping. There it has looks, it has jumps, which I'll turn off the jump, and it has sprints. All that looks good, so I think we might just grab all of this as well. Scripts. We have third body push. So it looks like this is allowing things to be pushed, and then this looks like it's the actual controller aspect. I think we just need that, and then we need the camera. Bridge. Camera looks to be using Cinema Brain. Might be able to just grab that. Grab those. Grab that. And then we need. Don't need the animator because we're not using a human. Need the character controller. Need the script. Don't need the push. Need the starting input script. And the player input. We need a root camera location setter. Geometry and skeleton we don't need. Okay. So with that, I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back. Okay? Okay. Sounds good. Okay, and I'm back. That off? Okay, where were we? What were we doing? How was all this working? Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, so we were going to grab some things from this project, move it in. We were going to grab basically all three of these objects. Input UI system. I don't think we need that. I don't think we. I think we're good. We're just gonna grab these three objects, copy them, break our. Actually, before we break our next scene, create the repo. Okay. We are gonna disregard that. Not gonna. Updated some assets there. All these can be deactivated. Exclude. Updated materials. Okay. And then I think all of these with the starter assets. All that is starter assets. Include all these. Added starter assets. That commit. And then do here. Looks like we changed some prefabs. That commit's gonna take a little bit. That commit right there. Okay. So now we can start breaking our project because we have a backup. We have a place to return when all things go bad. So let's just copy all these, go to our scene, save it. We'll go to our scene, paste all these in, let them all kind of break each other. Okay. Didn't look like it broke it all that much, shockingly. Just see what happens when we hit play. It's gonna yell at us incredibly. Actually, I need to undo that because I can't see it. So if it's gonna break, it's not gonna tell me. Not what we need. There are two audio listeners. There are two main cameras. Let's. Hey, that looks pretty promising so far. The deer's just bouncing behind us, but that looks pretty promising. And if hey, here, yep. This collider around the deer is not ideal. But it works. Whee! Okay. So all that was working nicely. Nice. Okay, so this collider. How do I make it where? I guess if I make it is triggered, it can go through. Yeah. Yeah, now I can go through the collider. What I want. Whee! Hey, cool. We got people moving around in the scene. Okay. Let's get it where the deer is moving around in scene. Okay. So, the main camera can be the main camera, that's all fine. The follow camera can be the follow camera, that's all fine. The human aperture may need to be. Let's do a commit before we break things. Added starter assets to the main scene. Make that commit. Okay. Now let's see if I delete the geometry. Oh, I have to unpack the prefab. If I delete the geometry and keep the skeleton. Go. Now we have a ghost character. Just fine. If I delete the skeleton. Everything works smoothly. Cool. Now if we grab our deal placeholder, shove it right into there. Oh, that should be good. See what we get. Okay, we're getting better. I can get the deer to move now. The big thing I wanted is I can now do this with controllers. Whee! The deer is apparently a flying deer now. He can fly. That's not good. I think it's because the mass of the object. Scatman. I think the mass of the object is far greater than. I need to add some mass to a rigid body somewhere. I don't think I have one. Let's. Let's play around with some jumping and stuff. It'd be cool to get jumping working. So jumping's not working. Okay. Gravity going up. Nothing seems to be getting it right on the ground. So we're just gonna not have jumping right now. That's fine. We can not do jumping. We don't need the push block. Prove that. Um, I wonder if that turns off jumping or turns off jumping. How does that work? Ah, that just starts us in the jump. Okay. So we can just modify this bit of code possibly work, or we can modify the input. I think we're just gonna modify the input right now. I wish there was a way to disable, but just delete. Auto save that. Okay. So now we should be able to look around and move the deer around. Around. Can't jump. You can sprint. That's good. We can add that information back. Yay! We got deers moving. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. I think I'm gonna slow that bounce down eventually. Okay, so what did we want to do? Create player movement. I think we have successfully, quote unquote, created player movement. Not the best. There's still a lot to work on, but I think we successfully have player movement. Cool. So let's turn off that. Okay. Let's grab a quick environment, see what we can do with that. Actually, we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to, first things first is update our Git. Always update the Git. Removed the jump ability as the deer would just start. Okay. Cool. Let's update our asset use script. So we used a few more assets. We use Rookies Series Ultimate. And we used Unity's starter assets third person camera. Okay, go. Save that. I think we're gonna take a GIF. I think we're gonna do a quick little GIF recording. Post that on some of the channels just so people can see bad progress everywhere. But let me shrink this down so the GIF is small. And then grab my GIF tool. I think we're gonna take a short break. I don't know. I'm somewhat hungry, slightly hungry, but I also know that we're getting places, so like I don't want to take too big of a break. Okay, here's my gift tool. Line it up. Go. Oh, there we go. Shrink forward. Go. Forward. Forward. 10 seconds. Yep. And if I hit that, I'm gonna play. Yes. Cool. Okay. Beautiful. Let's hopefully that wasn't too much. See if I can post a present. See if I can post the game. Do not link to it. We definitely not link. Can I upload this? Yes, I can. Woo! More progress in the printing the reverse printing game. There are a lot of work ahead. Woo! There you go. Everyone, if you're watching, get on this Discord and thumbs up it. But there's that, there's that, there's that. Okay. Put my controller over here real quick. And I'm going to. Okay, so we need to update what we got done and what we need to do. So we did get player movement done. We needed to still do the timeout shooting for the player, and we do need to do the environment. I'm kind of leaning towards the environment first, because I think that's going to be the next major step. I think it is a good time for me to quickly grab a lunch. So do that. Did we update? Hit that real quick. Okay. You find a quick little be right back for lunch image. Out for lunch. That looks good enough. So big. Go. Grab that. Boom. Here. Here. I can have I think. Oh, is that? Oh. There we go. For a minute. Yep. You guys can keep some pops and oops things. The beepy bops were down here. Actually, since I'm still streaming, reply on stream. The crosshair is still work in progress. I want it to not be too far from the player, but right now it just jumps back onto the player. Awesome. Excited. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Down. Okay. Now we're gonna try to steal a lunch, guys. We're gonna try to steal one lunch. Be peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or something, but we're gonna try to steal one lunch. I'll mute myself so you guys don't hear a bunch of racket. Um, if people reply, I'll reply back to them. So I lied. I was on vacation, and I actually don't have a lot of lunch ready. So I'm gonna end the stream here, and I will come back later. Um, but I will be back. We'll try to finish this game, but I have to eat a little bit bigger of a lunch than I'm used to. So, bye for now, guys. Bye bye. Not that one. Need to end OBS first.